Ricochet has his first match on AEW tonight. He takes on Kyle Fletcher. Daniel 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 Danielson will make a decision on his career. Swerve, Swerve Strickland will speak about the events and what happened, and all in, finding out that at all out, Pac would get a title shot at what's his name, Will Ospreay. Okay, um, and then yeah, they'll get a title shot. Ricochet will be in action tonight. Um, and the celebration of my beautiful favorite Mariah May on AEW will be celebrating her win as the new AEW Women's Champion. Um, what do you guys think about that? So, how you guys feel about that? Ricochet has his first match on AEW tonight. I'm excited. I can't wait to see what Ricochet do. I did not like when they had him lose that Disco Battle Royal, Casino Battle Royal. I did not like it. He should have won that Casino Battle Royal. It would have been telling storyline. Or if you was gonna have him lose, it should have came down to him and Christian Cage. That's what it should have came down to. I did see him when he was jumping off the ropes. I did see him hold the rope so he wouldn't fall. And I feel, why would you bring in a talent like Ricochet and have him debut in a battle royal and have him lose like that? When they had him, I thought they was gonna make him debut and make him sign his contract. That's what I thought was gonna happen. That's what I thought was gonna happen. Um, so that's what's going on tonight. It's 7:55. Okay. So yeah, that's what's going on. And then we have EC versus Hangman Page. That's going to be a good match tonight. That's going to be a good match tonight. Let me get my station ready. So yeah, so let's get AEW on. Let's get it on. Let's be on in 2 minutes. I'm gonna have the channel ready to call this great action. Monday Night Raw. Oh, it's terrible. And then we have an 8-man tag, Chris Jericho's team against Hook's team.
Watching from Canada. Oh, Canada, my home and native land. Thank you for being watching Canada, friend. I appreciate you. Tell your Canadian friends. Hey? No. Hey? I don't care what. What did he say? He's overrated.
Yeah, so So Brian Danielson wins the AEW championship.
I'm not sure. We had made the Sunday, and it was just a series of unfortunate events. Like everything bad was happening one after another, and I felt like I was just freaking panic attack. Like so, Cash App from Pastor or Ishmael Moving, same thing.
I can't stand
Thank you, Pastor.
he said it.
Ishmael Ishmael. But oh, John, is he back? John Moxley.
Oh well. Well,
John Moxley. While John's making his way over to the ring, we're going to give you Mr. Pastor Select Form Super Crit. 5 minutes. Thank you.
John Moxley's back.
Wait for it. There you go.
ding ding.
Ding ding. Thank you very much.
She went for the introduction.
Thank. Oh, gotcha. Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from I don't know where.
John Moxley is back.
I don't know.
So John Moxley is coming out. Uh oh. Could it be Shane McMahon?
Mark Briscoe is insane.
I love
Love
Mark
Mark
and
Briscoe.
Kyle together. They're so good.
Okay, so
They changed the strap on that. Put a silver
Yeah, I was
strap on
looking
it.
at it. I was like, that's nice.
looks better.
Actually, it's camo, I think.
Mark Briscoe's interviewing them. Oh, I guess that's his gimmick.
I love the all black Orange Cassidy.
I love that he's talking. That
With Patricia.
Faster.
Chicago super tight. Period. This is a weird mix of people, but I kind of like it.
Oh,
Mr.
Willow and Statlander and the Chicago Street Band.
What?
What in the hell
Mark
is that?
Briscoe's like interviewing them on their storylines.
I'm gonna be honest. You know who Mark Briscoe promos remind me of? You when you go hard in the paint.
Oh, no, I can see it. Yeah, he goes off. He goes off.
You start using big words in the wrong spots, like the precipitation of the contestation.
The personification of the animosity derived from the predictability of the predictability.
It
Exactly.
must be a
Right.
Delaware thing. It might be in the water.
It might be in the stinking water. Delaware water sucks.
I love it. I love when it's so weird. I love when men are like not really involved, but yeah, when they're involved in women's storylines or they like talk about women's storylines because they keep the men's and women's divisions like so separate.
So, did we get a final number on what the
They,
attendance
they
was?
said they said 50,000.
Under 50,000.
They did not say
They said
under.
under
They
50,000.
did not say under.
They said
I
under 50,000.
they the 2 days before the show they were at 50,000 tickets.
Yeah, but listen, when the numbers come
Does
out,
it matter?
are you?
It was a
Matters.
successful show. It made money.
I
They're
know.
going back.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I was just trying to view the numbers in the chat. Everybody's acting like there was 100,000 people
It
there.
did not look like half the seats were taken though.
They also from last year to this year they did add a giant stage which took up a lot of space and they changed the layout of the show. So last year where the hard cam was looking straight on, that's where the ramp was.
I'm not mad at
Last
them.
year.
Listen, they're doing the best they can do. Okay, I don't hate AEW. I'm critical of AEW because I wish somebody would listen to us and get better.
Is Moxley coming uh with is Shane So Ishii is Ishii versus um Ishii versus Hangman Page. So yeah. Yeah, so Ishii versus um Hangman Page. So that's what's going on. Yeah, this is a physical match. Oh, wow. John, what did John Moxley mean? This is not your company anymore. So what y'all guys think, man? Oh, she growled at him like, Ishii is tough. I think Ishii is giving it. I mean, he's giving it to Hangman Page. This is water, y'all. It's not alcohol. It's water. Water. I'm drinking water. Water is in here. No liquor. Water. Oh my God! What a suplex by Ishii! One, two.
Not in front of him. I told you, it needs to be in front of him.
I heard the very end when he says hi, Mr. Black. Everything goes
Wait a
okay.
minute.
On my end, I didn't hear it.
Wait a minute, Mike. Kira's gonna shorten hers.
Now he cables.
I'm gonna get the new cables.
You know what the thing that excites me about watching AEW too? You have this opportunity for other competition to kind of come in
Yeah, I did a show.
he can come in and come out and do it.
Bash at
A guy like me,
not
instead
Bash.
of watching Ishii run his
Bash
mouth,
in Berlin prediction show
is
already.
there a way I can get a match with him? Maybe I can get
So
something going.
that's up.
For an example, when I talked to Brian Cage was like, Tony Khan gives me a list, says here, give me a list of people you want to get a match in with, people you want to work, any capacity. It may not be a long-term storyline, but I'll make sure I will help you fulfill your opportunity to work with people because when people touch each other and people work with each other, you get vibes off that, and it makes you a better professional wrestler, and it makes you excited as an artist to create art with people that inspire you. And
That's
Tony Khan does a great job doing that. Where WWE, like Adam Copeland said himself when he came to AEW, he's like, "Yo, there's 100 people I wanted to work over there. I just wasn't able to because they weren't. They were. I was like, hey, can I work this guy? And I'm like, nah. Like you don't have that freedom to kind of go to your boss and be like, I want to work a program with him.
yeah,
It doesn't go through a lot.
but here's where the argument comes in. Okay, so and that's true. What Adam Cole says true. Now he gets to work with all the other guys, and he has a broken freaking leg. um, but my point is this: is that you're like, oh, Tony Khan does this. He lets this guy wrestle this guy, and this is why the company can't get a million viewers on a main program. Like this is the problem. You got to have checks and balances and bosses in a position for a reason. Apparently, they know what they're.
Yeah, so right now Ishii and Hangman Page is having a banger of a match, and they're going back and forth. I think oh God, people crazy. I think my cat accepted Jesus as her savior this morning.
My name is Tyler. This is my first drink.
Yeah, Ishii and Adam Page is having a good match. I wouldn't be surprised if Swerve Strickland came out and on put a beating on put a beating on oh Hangman Page is in a fight.
For your name's sake, Lord, preserve my life. The sins that's preached about. Football season is almost here, and these are my NFL playoff predictions for the 2024 NFL season. If you haven't watched my AFC or NFC playoff predictions, go watch that first. On the NFC side, we have the Bears taking on the Eagles in the first round matchup. The Eagles are hosting this game, and I definitely think they're going to kill the Bears. It's Caleb Williams' first playoff game, and I just think the Eagles roster is way better. I definitely think the Lions can kill the Falcons in the playoffs here. The Falcons will put up a good fight, but the Lions have a way better team. Then we have the 7-seeded Bills taking on the 2-seeded Texans. This would be a really good game, a back-and-forth matchup. But I think the Texans have the better team, and they'll be at home, so that would be an advantage. Then we have the 3rd-seeded Browns taking on the 6th-seeded Bengals. This would be a good game as well, a divisional game, which is always entertaining. But I think the Browns will come out on top. I think their defense is just too dominant to lose this
fourth seeded Jets taking on the fifth seeded Ravens. This will be another great game, but I do have the Jets coming out on top. I just see Aaron Rodgers as a better playoff player than Lamar Jackson. Both have had struggles in the playoffs, but I think the Jets are better. Then we have the 49ers taking on the fifth seeded Lions, and this will be a really good game. Obviously, the 49ers are one of the best teams in the NFC, but I see the Lions getting their get back here and beating the 49ers at home. They were so close to doing it last year, and I definitely think they'll come back with some revenge. Then we have the Packers taking on the Eagles. I know a lot of people are going to say this is biased, but I do have the Packers beating the Eagles at home. This should be a really good game, but obviously the Eagles choked a couple of years ago, and I think that the Packers are on their way up to being the next best team in the NFC. This is a team that almost beat the Niners last year with no playoff experience, so I definitely think they'll do better. Then we have the Chiefs taking on the Jets in the second round of the playoffs. It'll be a very good game, but honestly, the Chiefs are going to take it here. And Patrick Mahomes, the best player in the NFL, and one of the best teams and rosters in the whole entire NFL as well. Will definitely be a very entertaining game, though. And finally, we have Browns versus Texans in the second round, a repeat of last season. I think it will be a repeat just like that. I think the Browns' offense is very limited, and the Texans have a better team all around. Make sure you like and follow for the AFC Championship as well as my Super Bowl predictions for this year.
I knew Swerve was gonna come out.
For NFL season. If you haven't watched my AFC or NFC playoff predictions, go watch that first. On the NFC side, I think the Bears taking on the Eagles in the first round matchup will be a good game too.
But instead, I came out here to look you in your face and tell you that I feel sorry for you. You're the one that's become a petulant little child. And with every tirade and tantrum that you throw, you get further and further away from success, and I get closer to it. Make no mistake about it. I may not have no championship ring on my waist right now, but I will always be referred to as a world champion. And this will always be whose house? And in regards to that, you failed. You listen to me. You listen to me. You are not a champion. You're not a champion. You're not a world champion. You're not a champion of anything. You are a piece of shit. You broke into my home. You wrestled me 3 times, and you could never, ever beat me on your own. The first time, it took Prince Nana. The second time, it took Prince Nana and Brian Cage. And the third time, you had 30 minutes, and you couldn't do it. You're not as good as me. And you know what I want? I want to leave them out of it. I want just you and I, like this began. And I want you on your knees. Okay. You want to knock them out? How about we knock them out and we lock us in? All out. Steel cage.
Yeah, it's still Cage.
Raising the stakes. I want to ask you something. What kind of man are you going to be in that cage? Let's go all the way back to Revolution, huh? Me, you, Samoa Joe, AEW World Championship. You gave up in the middle of the ring. Not because you were weak, because you just didn't want me to have it. And that pissed me off. You don't know about this, but you know what I did? I drove 10 minutes up the road that morning, and I went to your house. Because it's a place that I know very, very well, amen. And I parked out up front, and I waited till that morning, and you know what I saw? I saw you escort your pregnant wife down the stairs, bags packed, that's also where I realized something that I don't need to be focused on hanging page. No, I need to be focused on the AEW World Championship. I need to be focused on being the best in the world by being the best that AEW has to offer, and that's exactly what I did. And mark my words, it will happen again. But you, you're so focused on me. You can't win the Owen, you can't win the Casino Gauntlet, and you let your team down at Blood and Guts because all you do is focus on me.
Mm.
I challenge to remind the world what cowboy shit was all about. And instead of trying to burn my world to the ground, your career is the one that's going up in flames, boy.
Wow.
So once again, I ask you a question. In that cage, what kind of man are you going to be? Better yet, what kind of man are you going to show your kids
Yeah,
that you're going to be?
Hello, Courtney.
hello, Courtney.
The lovely Jen, Tech in Combat, Izzy Delgado, and of course, you don't want to acknowledge your,
I refuse to acknowledge
but
the
I acknowledge the pastor. Instagram, no one's here. Nobody.
Hello, ladies and gents.
Yeah. What's up, Lee Major? She's not your beautiful Kira. She's just beautiful Kira. She's not your beautiful Kira. She's beautiful. She's Kira, but she's not your beautiful Kira. Let me reiterate. She's not your beautiful Kira. What's up, Lee Major? I think this is gonna be one of those shows where I'm a little out of it.
You're always out of it.
Not true.
Very much true.
Wow. Wow. Let's get into it.
You're gonna start at the top, or I think you should go down there. Oh, actually, that should be a little bit of fire. Alrighty, guys, Dynamite card. This is the fallout of All In women's
What?
mixed show.
Why is that show? Okay.
No clue at all.
No clue at all.
We might have a little resurgence of Adam Page versus Swerve Strickland because they're both on the show too.
And Swerve is still tapped out.
Ishii, is that how you say it, or is it Ishii? Tomohiro. Um, why is he here?
Next.
Because doesn't he come? I feel like he's just filler, honestly.
And new AEW Women's World Champion Mariah May.
So she's just gonna have a celebration by herself?
We'll see.
Because she has no friends
Well, who
anymore.
needs friends to get the title? She's the champion. The champion's her friend. Championship's her friend.
I like. Did you see what happened at the press conference with her?
I did not.
She didn't answer any questions. She showed up. She said she read Tony Storm's obituary, I think, her career's obituary, and then she was like, "Does anyone have any questions?" And she pointed to someone. "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not answering any of your guys' questions." And she left
That's what you do when you're
for
champion.
good. Like,
That's what you do when you're champion.
it was hilarious. But I think she's gonna do really well with the title.
We'll see.
We'll see. Oh wait, I have a question. Do you think she's going to be like Tony Storm 2.0, or is she gonna make it her own?
Like,
There's nothing to talk about. He tapped out to Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan moves on, and now there's a new guy there, and you have to go in there and do your next promo. You're a lifelong wrestling fan. I don't see why you're overcritical about that.
Why does everybody get so like everybody?
I'm not
like
upset. I just think it's kind of
not you.
wild. No.
While listen, I am pointing out the things that everybody just watches this with blind and like, oh my God, it's the greatest thing on earth. It's not. You guys are acting like
You do the same on Mondays and Fridays.
not true. Not
I
true,
just
because when stuff sucks, I say it sucks. It's not true. You guys act like I'm so pro WWE. I think WWE is better because it is better. Numbers, I tell everybody this. Numbers don't lie.
and
Numbers
all
don't lie.
and all liars use numbers.
Yeah, but if you can prove the numbers,
All right, here's a question.
yeah,
We're content creators.
yeah.
Someone has less subscribers than you, or less content, less quality,
Does it make it better?
but they dump more money into Google Ads, and we all know what Google Ads does for videos. Their numbers are great. Does that make them
Yeah.
better than you?
And of course not, but here's the thing. You have
You're just willing to put more money in your marketing.
you have legitimate. You got look at how the chat's going. Hey, look, numbers can be tweaked. Of course they can, but so you.
As JP Hater makes her way down to the ring, go on.
Okay, so here's where we're going with this, guys. We're gonna have a whole show on the debate on what.
This is why I come out on AEW shows. I think
No,
this is fun.
I'm
I
not-
think this is
I'm
good.
not-
I think this is good content.
It's 100% great, but here's where I get upset when I hear comments like, "Oh, like okay, you guys are so pro WWE, but you guys are so pro AEW that you guys sound like you're Trumpers right now." I went there.
Well, I mean, technically, if we're gonna say any company's a Trumper, how about the people that used to work for Trump's administration is the former owners of WWE? I'm just
You-
saying, who's the
you know what's
WWE
wrong-
Hall of Famer, Trump or AEW Hall of Famer?
You know what's wrong with
We're Team
people
Kamal.
You know,
Camel
you know
over.
what's wrong with Rosen and you and a couple others in the chat that's so AEW, so loyal. You guys hate the Yankees, but the Yankees have more championships than anybody, and you can't stand us. Like you can't stand winners. Why should I apologize for something that is clearly a better product? So let me ask you this question,
When's
Rosen.
the last time the Yankees were in the playoffs?
Who cares? They have 28 world championships. You can't win every year. All I'm saying is this. What what's what's a better product? Let me ask you this. Do you think AEW is gonna be around 15 years?
Yeah,
You do.
I do.
You know, 100% we're all convinced.
100%.
Yeah, of course.
It'll be around in 15 years.
When we get to that position, when I'm on Social Security, we'll talk about it. But
Well, it won't be.
you know WWE's not going anywhere.
And I don't think it's gonna. I didn't think it was going.
I'm gonna be critical.
Let's be real, as a business thing. So right now, WWE is owned by third party, we'll say, right? By TKO.
Yeah.
AEW is owned by Tony Khan. So what do you think is more a likelihood, where a third party brand gives up on professional wrestling and dumps it, or a guy who's it's been his passion project keeps it around longer? Realistically, I mean, in 15 years, what if wrestling tanks and it's not popular, or they keep getting in bed with the wrong people and they keep making the wrong moves and they keep letting the wrong people in and it gets bad publicity because they keep bringing all these celebrities in? Like right now, some celebrities and major famous people are under scrutiny because of the backdoor dealings they're doing. Or like, unless Tony Khan is squeaky clean, I mean, it's as a business move, I think it's great that WWE owns TKO, but TKO could be Turner executives at any point in time and pull a plug.
Agreed. What I think everybody's missing here, and what I thought to defend myself, is that you guys are kissing the butt of a company that's been around 5 years. Granted, it is a good product.
What can I say about
It is a good product.
AEW is
It is a good
the
product. The girls and the boys in the back, they're all working hard. You've never heard me say anything bad about these wrestlers. I don't ever down either wrestler. Oh, that guy's terrible. Don't put him. I didn't know who other than Orange Cassidy. I'm sorry. Who?
Eddie Kingston, Orange Cassidy, Ishii. There's been a few guys who've been.
I don't doubt Ishii. No. First of all, I doubt Eddie Kingston because I just don't get it. I never will. I don't get it. And I down Orange Cassidy because I've been in real fights. And I'll say this again. If you put your hands in your pocket in a real fight, you get your teeth knocked out.
What if you're good at evasive maneuvers?
Well, everybody's.
Did Muhammad Ali make a career out of putting his hands down?
Yeah, and then when he got older, what happened? He got caught a few times.
Sure, but Didn't he win world championships with his
Of
hands in his
course,
pocket?
of course. No, I'm saying, but that's real life. You're trying to make this believable, and if you're a
Are
regular,
you though?
per-
Is
what?
professional wrestling always made to look believable?
I mean, it's supposed to be. It's
Okay,
supposed to be believable.
a zombie biker came out and chokeslammed your main event, your WrestleMania. That hasn't been
You
there
know,
in 3 years.
I want to say this. This is why I go heel so much. Look at this chat how they have turned on me. If Brock puts his hand, look at this. My guy Rosen, who sends me money on a regular basis, is at my door. Even the humbles, you know what? I'm going heel.
I'm enjoying the discussion.
Shut your mouth. Okay, yeah, shut up.
Real quick, I know it's never ever gonna happen. I want to bring it up while Hater's still on screen, but I hated the fact that Hater made her debut on a pre-show. I hated that.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, and it's all because Britt Baker and Mercedes was not losing the title to Britt, and it would have made sense if Hater would have came down and helped Britt because she was a 2-on-1 odds the whole entire time. But they did a good job of getting Hater out of there with the title thing and doing the Eddie spot. But how I would have booked something later on, and I know, like I said, once again, the chances of it are so slim. But imagine if like someone's music hits and they don't do the Titantron, and someone comes out in a big coat that looks like Haters with the orange hair over their face, and they just stand there, and they're like Jamie Hater, and she lifts her head up, and it's Becky because she looks like Becky right now.
It would be cool. Look, and I agree, and that's one of the things I said too. To have Jamie Hader come back after 15 months on a pre-show with not even the full crowd that was going to be there in attendance is a bad move. It's a bad business move. You don't think so?
They brought her in at Wembley, which was important because they're not going to be back there until Forbidden Door. So I get putting her on there, but this is where your Mercedes Moné messes up somebody's big opportunity to show up. Because if Mercedes was willing to do business, Britt should have won the title that night. And Britt should have won the title because Jamie Hayter makes her debut and evens the odds and helps Jamie Hayter. And Jamie Hayter helps Britt win the title. But because they're so pro Sasha and they're not our Mercedes, Jamie Hayter gets resulted to a pre-show debut. That's my personal take. That's your power of your female Hulk Hogan in your company.
Rob, my bro, of course not malicious. Of course not. But I do have a pushback. What do you mean? I am pushing back. I'm pushing back that you guys are totally blinded. Like you guys, this is what upsets me. You guys want WCW versus WWE so bad. You guys want the Monday Night Wars to come back.
I think it's the other way around. I think WWE loyalists really want more of the rivalry, and AEW fans are just fine with being the AEW fans.
Not true because they're not, Tony Khan's the main guy that cries about what they're doing over there. He makes them look terrible by being.
Yeah, but the actual fans don't really care. They just go and support their show.
Listen, I belong to a lot of y'all Facebook groups with AEW people cry. I never said AEW. So, okay? I say the production is bad. I say it's sweeties and they should do better. They have better balls. But I always support the boys and girls in the locker room and what they do. So,
What production don't you like? Like, what about the production?
it looks. Listen, if I want to go see the Indies, I'll go see the Indies. It looks.
Lucha Brothers coming to WWE.
Bootleg Wish independent wrestling. It doesn't look like a major company that a person with $1 billion owns this.
White ropes.
Shut up.
I like the white ropes. I think that made a difference, honestly.
Honestly, to be honest, I think that's a big reason why I prefer AEW over WWE. I like the higher budget indie feel.
But if you want
I
to,
think it makes it more personable for a fan like me.
but if you want to go see the Indies, go see the Indies. You can't. Here's my thing. You put a major wrestling company on television, and you can't sell out a 5,000 square feet. That's a problem. That's a problem. When you've got people like Swerve Strickland, Will Ospreay, Big Bill,
AEW
one of
does it.
them.
No, they do
I
not.
don't like people. Jericho,
Humble,
Christian
stop.
Cage.
No, they
You know
do
what I honestly
not.
think hurts their attendance? The day of the week is.
But well, why? You think Monday's easier?
I think it's easier to leave work on a Monday and take off a Tuesday, or go to work on Monday and leave work and start your week by going to a show than going midway through a week. Do you ever go to work and like by Tuesday or Wednesday you're just beat and you're waiting for the weekend to come? I just think midday weeks are hard for. That's my personal take on why I think a lot of attendance is
Okay,
tough for AEW.
okay. Well then why not? So then why not move Dynamite to Fridays then after SmackDown goes on? Well, how come? How come? Here's a perfect example. So SmackDown gets about 2 million viewers every Friday, and
Mm-hmm.
then after SmackDown goes off the air, you have what's the name of that show?
Rampage.
Rampage. How come there's not? How come not even a quarter of that demographic goes over to because they even think Rampage is not a good show. No, your television show was built around one person. They put all their eggs in one basket. Yes, I love
I think they'll use Ricochet for his more of his potential in AEW than they use Raw.
100%.
I think if they use Ricochet correctly, I think he will put out Tiger. I think Ricochet will put out. Is MJF something? Not since I don't see him.
Let's see what he has to say.
His
The
next,
only thing I would have done differently, I would have not used the title. I would have saved that for him.
Yeah, I agree.
yeah, nobody was your gums, MJF.
So
Actually,
when you said before about production looks terrible and if you want to be in the Indies, go to the Indies. What do you
Quiet. MJF is coming out.
think launched WWE to where it is right now when it comes to their talent and when it comes to where they pull from and where they got most of it?
Where I think launched it. I
Because
mean,
to know where you are,
the pomp and
to know
the
where you
pomp
are now, you have to know where you came from.
the pomp and circumstance of everything. Hold on,
There's two companies. There's two companies right now who are completely credited of why wrestling is the way it is this moment, and there are two companies that barely any people watched, but they're reaping all the benefits of it.
Hold on, let's get to that. I want to hear Jeff talking, then we'll get to it. I don't want to talk over this guy. I want to hear exactly what he say.
you are not putting your hands on anybody, buddy. He's getting non-booze. Oh,
Thomas, you're a little right with TNA, but ECW doesn't really have anything to do with today's wrestling, unfortunately.
Probably true.
true. stargated this thing.
None of you had my back. No. I hereby denounce my American citizenship.
Rosen, you're half right as well.
Associated with this garbage country. The
What?
only part of this place that matters is the most magical place in the world, known as Plainview, Long Island, New York.
I love it. You got to keep Long Island fantastic.
I also denounce each and every single one of you.
Long Island's not even all that good.
Who show me
That will don't tell anyone from Long Island that, because this is exactly how they act.
everything I have done for this company.
That's wild.
For you, for this sport, I am sick of allowing you people to live in lies.
Crazy.
We all know that this company without MJF is a circus.
Amen, MJF.
Will Ospreay.
Facts.
I'm speaking to you alone. The whole world knows I had you beat, Will. So what did you do? You cheated like a gutless little worm. So let me make something very clear. This ain't over, boy. Not by a long shot. Billy boy, you best keep your head on a swivel. Because I know how talented you are, Will. I have no doubt that one day you are going to come this close to winning the greatest prize in this sport in just as you are about to etch your name in the history books. I am going to cut you out at the knees with a smile on my face. And last but not least, now I'm going to talk to the worst of them all, the scum of the earth, a little child that I tried to
So you got
help.
a three-way thing happening. So Danielson loses to Ospreay. MJF takes over the belt. Swerve. They had this streak too.
Yeah, good job, security.
Security.
Yeah, MJF.
Let run free. Do whatever the heck you want. This crowd kind of sucks.
See, I'm with Michael on this one.
I think it's believable though because
Do you think
he
size
caught him from
matters if you have
behind.
a good choke? If you put a choke in on somebody, you think it matters by your size?
Caught him from behind. Off guard.
If Kira locks in a choke on you and she's much smaller than you
and she puts it in properly,
Come on, MJF.
there's nothing you're doing about it. If she pinches that nerve, you're going to bed.
Oh, is she doing the pile driver from the top rope? Danny Garcia is really trying his best to take out out here. He's not letting go. Oh dear
I
God.
hope if security comes in and like there is abuse right now.
Can't get his shirt off.
Stuff in the shirt.
JF pushing away security. They're trying to brawl now.
No, I don't think.
Oh, Garcia's got a mic.
You know what? It may seem stupid.
Oh, that's hilarious.
What are you trying to tell me that Danny Garcia isn't on the payroll to get a ticket to London?
No, he was essentially fired at one point.
Oh dear. Danny's mad.
My finish.
Danny Garcia should be in jail. Danny Garcia should.
Hey, we got another match set up for All Out.
Wow, it's assault.
Oh! You threw the mic at him straight in the head. Nice throw, Danny.
That was a really good throw.
Wow.
It's a good pull apart though. Sometimes people mess up pull aparts. This is not a bad one.
I'm loving this. MJF Danny Garcia.
Now, right now, the truck should go right to the replay. And so, in slow mo, I'm going to give you the hair with the microphone. I rewound this. I can see it.
I had a train of thought going, but I forget what it was because it's something about that.
Something left with me.
Oh, the two companies that we're reaping the benefits from is ROH and NXT. If those two companies, well, more ROH than NXT because NXT thrived because they pulled everyone from ROH, and essentially that's what kind of killed ROH. But those two companies are the reason why we have 85 to 90% of the talent that we're watching on TV.
No, I agree. Orange was anybody himself. Oh, hold on.
Ricochet.
That battle royal was so much fun. So much fun.
Crazy.
I think they wasted Ricochet in this.
I was about to
I
say,
know.
how do you feel about Ricochet's debut?
Hold on, before you go, let me think. Blackpool for the super chat. Here comes Mr. Overrated as we thank you for the super chat.
Thanks for the super chat, baby! Ding ding!
Ding, ding.
Do you think Ricochet was wasted more, or do you think Nigel McGuinness was wasted?
Well, Nigel McGuinness, I liked him because you know he's got no chance of winning a match.
I would have had him win.
He was in England, he showed up, that's good. But I think Ricochet, if they're going to put Ricochet in something, it should have been more meaningful where he won something. Like,
Well, the fact is that you only need one pinfall to lose, so he didn't have to take the fall. So I think that's a good way to put him in
Well,
there.
that's a good thing.
Yeah. So honestly, I would have had Nigel McGuinness win it because the match everybody wants is they want to see Nigel and Danielson run it back because both of them were lost their careers before they were supposed to. Like Nigel was the Daniel Bryan of the UK in ROH. Like he was a icon. Like you know like so many people who credit their wrestling style that people if you're not a Nigel McGuinness fan, Moxley, Kyle O'Reilly, like there's so many of those people that you like that got their style from Nigel McGuinness. And the fact that he's like cleared and able to wrestle, and he's been talking all that crap with Daniel Bryan, like I'll fight him one day. Don't worry about it. I'll fight him.
Their tag team is great.
I agree, Humble. I don't get the empty titles. I don't want to say I don't get it. I get why they have. You know what's crazy about the FTW title? You know that title's been in different major companies now.
Mhm.
That's wild. The only good thing about this learning tree is it's getting Big Bill, which I love. Like more people are becoming a Big Bill fan over this stable than anybody else.
I love Big Bill except for the name. That Big Bill name just throws me off.
Dude, they
Because
loved him in the UK. Loved him.
he's got a personality somewhere.
You know, Tad's coming out of his little retirement real quick too. Tad's making some pretty cool shit.
Second,
It was a terrible test match.
It was, but hey,
offering him a flash. The refs are actually getting a lot flashier with the makeup and everything.
hey guys, let me tell you something. If you guys get a chance to watch Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, um, the weekly thing that he does on the bus. Have you seen these things that Cody does? Cody's been doing interviews. Cody and Randy Orton get into the whole how Legacy got together and like Randy Orton in tears. He goes, "I never seen this before." Yeah, because Vince is gone. Why the company so much better? But speaking of good interviews, see this segue? Here, see the segue?
You don't have to show this.
I'm not.
Only the beginning.
Quiet, I'm not showing anything.
I know it's coming.
Not even showing. Speaking of good interviews, guys, Pete Rosenberg, myself, and Kira had a nice little conversation. I cannot hear anything, but just so you guys know, we talked for a while. Kira edited this thing like a G. Um, you guys want to watch this? You guys will be so impressed with everything alone. Not just the interview, the great conversation we had with Pete Rosenberg, and it's up right now on YouTube. Everybody go to YouTube. It's up. Let me know if it's up right now. Can you see the interview?
Pete Rosenberg.
All right, now. You see this right now? Oh, what a good question, Micah. Micah, I would tell you, but I have to kill you. What you got? What's going on here? Micah, the video will be up either tomorrow evening or Friday morning for everybody else. We addressed how I got the interview with Pete Rosenberg. Pete Rosenberg actually addresses it, how I got the interview. So check it out. It's the actual interview is over 30 minutes. Um, it's a good interview. I'm very proud of it. So it'll be up either tomorrow evening or Friday morning. But if you are a member, get it right now. There you go.
This match is gonna be insane.
Big Chop and Big Bill.
Kyle Fletcher versus Ricochet will be crazy.
Yeah. Keep trying, Michael. We got some more people. Blog Warriors. Blog Warriors.
Oh, what a chop. What a slap.
Blog Warriors knows about everything that's wrestling history. I will be going with them Big Blood as well as Private, as well as Survivor Series. Hopefully, Vancouver, keeping up as we're at our closing out of 700 subscribers. We're closing out Friday show, and already in less than 2 weeks got 700 subscribers. So we're moving pretty good.
Speaking of bad blood, Blake just hit score like less than 100.
Yeah, I'm gonna
That's
jump on those.
nice.
Atlanta's we're gonna go. We're definitely getting that.
Congratulations, congratulations.
Well,
Get that.
there it is.
Get that.
Yeah, and people and Mike, another good comment. YouTube is another job, but it's a job that I usually I literally work for free. Yeah, we get super chat money, and um,
It's not reliable.
yeah,
It's not a reliable source of
it's not.
finances.
I would do some giveaways. I'm still getting shirts together to mail out shirts that I owe to people. That not that they pay for them, but I'm still waiting on sizes to come in because the people that I told I was getting shirts to that are members, I ran out of sizes, so I'm waiting for my order to come in. That's why I haven't sent them yet. I only have two
No,
shirts.
don't get any T-shirt controversy again.
Hey, let me tell you something. Hey, let me tell you, I found out something about that too. I forgot to tell you. That whole T-shirt controversy with Mick received those shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody was in his ear saying he didn't get them.
Shocker!
Shocker.
You thought I was BSing you the whole time, brother.
Terrible. But it is what it is.
Big Dog was in a lot of your people's DMs.
Hey, listen, I'm moving. This is a rumor that they're moving the PC to Vegas. This is a rumor, guys. A lot of people say that they might move another one to Vegas because everybody lives in Florida. They're not gonna uproar all these people.
And Florida's a big wrestling town.
Huge wrestling town.
I guess it's not yet.
What I'm thinking they're gonna do is I think they're gonna build another PC, not move them. They're gonna build another one so that people that live there in the West can be in a PC as well. I'm thinking that they have Dallas PCs, you never know, but they're not moving the one in Florida. If they do that would be a mistake. Yes. And
I
of course,
think it's more likely that actually I think it's likely. I think Vegas is a MMA product, and I think Florida. Where's Georgia? Florida, Georgia, Northeast,
Woo!
Are we talking wrestling cities to go and get training and try to fix your weight, or wrestling cities to go to watch a show? The only reason I don't say it is I find there's not. That's the Northeast is essentially PW. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, this
The idea about Mike, the idea about doing giveaways, yeah, hey, that's the same here. Yeah, it's a good idea.
I'm I'm intrigued because the numbers I think it's upward. I don't think it's number one.
About Bowling next year.
No, I'm saying like wrestling cities nationally. I mean, I'm being biased because you WWE packed out a super cold arena in Philadelphia on the wet, rainy, disgusting WrestleMania weekend, and every wrestling fan in Pennsylvania was balls cold. Like they were crazy. It's hard to not root when Philly doesn't get a lot of opportunity to have WWE showcases in their city. I think Philly's up for it. I think Philly won a big market and was able to get the crowd behind them. Pennsylvania needs that.
I'm not a wrestling person, but all of these Pittsburgh, how they keep signing PW employees, a lot of them are ex-wrestlers.
Chicago is North Carolina. New Orleans, North Carolina TV shows and live wrestling.
You get around the country, like Florida, Memphis, I don't care. Carolina is employed why do you think tell me, Jeremy?
picture in picture.
Taylor, how do you think you feel watching Icons wrestle and what you think?
No, I don't know. He's walking around like Bob.
He is. I approached him the same day. I had a conversation with him for like an hour and a half. He's a sweetheart. I'm not saying he wasn't. Maybe he would have been a better fit later on. You know when he first come off stage, not that. I Here's the thing. Icons, I think a lot of wrestlers make the decision if Icons is popular and then they just show up at Icons and make their money. Not that they don't make any money. Um, I think they realize that it's going to take a while to get there. And
Wow.
I'm
I think
confused.
I think Tim's a great guy, and Tim's not who I'm talking about.
Oh, Tim Ember is incredible.
I like Icons. When's the next? I don't. I've been looking on their site, like refreshing the page. The last thing they had was like WrestleMania season.
I don't know who's
So,
doing. I don't know.
so did you see that the one of the runner, like he doesn't say he runs Icons, but he's there every single time and he's behind the scenes. You see, he showed up on up behind commentary at our WWE show, and
Who's
someone
that?
put it on blast on Twitter.
Oh,
You don't
what's
know
his
you
name?
don't know who secretly runs Icons?
Scott, not Scott. Who's the kid? The guy's
No.
name?
You're not getting an answer out of me. I don't know anything about
Who?
this
Who?
behind the scenes
Say
stuff.
the name.
Rob Feinstein.
Oh, fine. Yeah, he caught a lot of heat. Yeah.
Feinstein's the person who puts a lot of that together. Now, I'm not trying to start up anything. I think it's a pretty well-known secret amongst the boys. But Feinstein got in some trouble back in the day. Feinstein had to walk away from ROH because of his actions of what he did, talking to a minor online. And he was removed from the professional wrestling business, but somehow still runs things through somebody else. And that's essentially what Icons is. Yeah. That's why some talent don't do icons.
Yeah, I don't. There's some things I'm not in touch with, and I mean, I heard. You know what the crazy thing is? I look at it like this. I'm not condoning anything, but I think every corporation has some kind of shenanigans going on backstage that we don't know about.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
All entertainment has creepos backstage. Why do you think I only do commentary at like 3 places right now? Because I walk into places and then I learn about people and I learn about the people they booked and who they want to bring in and I leave. Like I don't. It doesn't mean that much to me.
So let me ask you a question since Micah just made this right here. He said this match is wasting time. What is the point of this match?
Honestly,
You know
I'm
what I call this match? This is the WWE. This is something they would put on a Monday Night Raw.
Yo, I'm sorry, guys, but Hook is terrible. Hook is not a good wrestler.
I would just say underwhelming.
Why he weighs 5 pounds?
Dad, I feel like you're the only one nowadays, or at least in this chat, that looks at size.
It's not about the size.
You just said it weighs 12
no,
pounds.
no, listen. Orange Cassidy's not a big guy, but he can wrestle his butt off. As much sound like his gimmick, that guy can wrestle.
So why'd you say he weighs 12 pounds?
What?
So why'd you say he weighs 12 pounds?
He does weigh 12 pounds. He weighs 12 pounds and can't wrestle. Just because you can do a Northern Light suplex and you can do a bridge, what does that mean? You can't have a match. You have decent matches. It's overrated. I'm sorry.
It's wild though, because I feel the same way about Darby, Sting, Hook, Jericho. But
Darby's-
the live crowds love them. They love them.
Darby's another one who's just a crash test dummy. He's not gonna be able to walk in 2 years.
We said the same thing about Jeff, but he finds a way to make do.
But Jeff can actually wrestle.
Agreed.
He's a high flyer.
Jericho's still good. Like he's still good. Actually, you want to give some props to somebody. You know who in wrestling right now is still the
Okada?
Okada's been killing it. He just says bye. There it is. Why don't they just come out and say that she's part of the elite? Like, and it would make her character make much more sense.
It would.
Like, she's totally between. I want everyone to cheer for me, but I'm also clearly a heel. Like, just pull the trigger on her.
It's like a car wreck that you can't turn away from.
I mean, come on. Literally the multi-man match and that promo has been the only. But the rest of the show has been good. That multi-man match happens every single Monday night on WWE. Throwaway, put everybody involved in a matchup to tell a story.
You're right. You're right. But the difference is the match is usually crisper. Look, we had a good match like that Monday night. Joaquin Wild made one mistake, Mr. Dropkick. But other than that 8-man tag, the LWO versus it was LWO versus.
Don't even get me started on the LWO. What a joke.
Well, it is a joke, but I'm saying, but the match was actually good. It was a crisp match. If you're gonna put 8 people in the ring, let it make sense and let it be a good match.
I see most 8-man, 4-man, anything over a 4-man scramble in on any wrestling circuit, independent.
Yeah, it's like they tonight, like AEW took the show and do it together. Only thing I enjoyed was the promo between Swerve Strickland and Hangman Page. This eight man tag match didn't need to happen. Um, Mercedes Moné celebration of getting the W, getting the win, and Private Party trying to come in, and then Okada shows up. Uh, he got a crush on Mercedes Moné. Uh, so won't they just put Mercedes Moné with the elite and get it over with? Um, I don't know what's going to happen next. Is Mariah May celebration and Mercedes Moné celebration look like um, her celebration? She got a table, the championship, the Mexican CL CL CLM title on the table. She's dressed in red. She got a little shots of champagne. Some matches was already made for All Out. You're gonna have Darby Allin. Um, I think Darby Allin's gonna show up with. I think Darby Allin's gonna take on John Moxley, and this is what Shane McMahon when Moxley said to Shane said, "This is not your company anymore." Now they bringing out my favorite, Mariah May.
I am the new AEW But I regret to inform you that the AEW Women's World Championship celebration has been postponed. Postponed? I'm not doing it in this town.
Oh.
I know it's called Champagne, but it should really be renamed to Flat, Stale, Pissful Beer. And judging by some of the desperately
True.
average-looking women in this audience, it's something you're all too familiar with shoving down your throats, amongst other things. What you desperately need is some glamour. And luckily for you, that's everything I am. In case you don't understand, I'm going to take my robe off now and show you exactly what I mean. Look now and never forget, this is your new AEW Women's World Champion, Mariah May. That's enough.
Okay. Why are you taking this back? Right.
I love those titles.
Wow. Me too.
Agreed. I think Liv and Rhea were way more revealing than what Tony Storm just wore. Or I mean Mariah May. Sorry, they same person to me sometimes.
WWE had them and let them go?
Yeah.
The heck?
Yeah. Yep.
And the freaking
Yeah.
schism?
They didn't use them.
Oh, they're here live.
I love these outrunners. I think they're so entertaining. They're gonna get crushed though. But I love the outrunners.
Oh.
Grit your teeth.
Gritting my teeth.
Grit your teeth. Oh, only 300 available if you're into AEW shop right now. They just came out with a Swerve Brawler Buddy.
I'll pass.
Yeah.
Yeet.
I think they're cool. They're little plushies. They're not like the old school ones, but they're pretty neat looking.
Hit the likes, everybody.
I'm just looking at the new AEW shop stuff.
Shout out to everybody on Instagram.
New Ricochet shirt's cool.
I want to see what Ricochet does tonight.
Ooh, we got
Would,
new that on this shirt.
would Kyle Fletcher been your pick for his first match?
Yeah, I want to see
Yes.
what
Actually,
Ricochet
Dimitri
do
said
tonight.
that
That's why I'm watching and
they had
calling this.
JoJo go against Kyle and Will Ospreay go against Kyle, and
So
they're like,
Kyle's the benchmark guy.
I
He's the
guess
tune-up dude. He's Dominic Mysterio basically.
Except
Dominic Mysterio on house shows.
except he is probably one of the best wrestlers in the company as well. I think Kyle Fletcher is like top tier.
I will never forget the picture that I have. I'm the only one that's not smiling. Even though
Guys, you can actually earn money playing games. And the
Do y'all think? Do you think that do you think do you think a Shane McMahon will make his debut at All Out? Do you think that? Because uh, I heard John Moxley say after this, he said is not going to be this is not going to be your company anymore. I'm like, if that don't leave, if you talking about this is not your company anymore, who does that lead into? Yeah, wow. Is Shane McMahon gonna pop out at All Out? It's Ricochet! And here's my guy. He's gonna take on Kyle. Butcher! Wow, this is going to be a match, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I've been waiting for. Kyle Fletcher versus Ricochet. Kyle Fletcher versus Ricochet. And Brian Danielson is still to come. Woo! What? What moves by Ricochet? Woo! What a move by Fletcher. Oh, what a kick! Wow. What a match.
Sorry.
That's not the story he tells though. He says the person
He
he talked
100%
to.
told the story. On Chris Van Fleet, he goes, yes, I was. There's voice memos. Like, his voice memos to the kid got leaked.
Yeah,
Static his DMs.
the kid was 16,
Simple.
17, something like that, right? But
No, he was
from
younger.
what he,
He was much younger when they were talking.
what were they talking about though? Was it? It wasn't of sexual nature.
Does it matter?
I mean, okay. Here's the thing: if a kid messages you, right, DMs you on Instagram, and you're talking about wrestling, and
No.
it wasn't sexual in nature.
Nope.
So there's a gray area there.
If you're under 18 and you DM me and I'm a personality, we don't talk. I'll talk to you in the comment section. Don't get my DMs.
No, I agree with that. It was a lack of judgment, but
Yeah, so
to label this guy as a sex offender is the wrong thing. You know what I mean? Because you see how we talk to kids, and people automatically think, oh, he's
Yeah, that's what I thought. But if
According to the accusations, it got weird.
oh,
It was it was a it was no. Enzo is Enzo was accused by a woman, and police did investigations and found no wrongdoing. And then what got Enzo fired is people didn't like Enzo backstage, and then when Enzo tried to clear it up first with the police, but didn't tell his employment first, they took that as he was trying to hide it, and they fired him, even though he was right, he was cleared up at then. Marty Scurll, technically, what Marty Scurll did in standards of the UK is 100% legal. But when Marty Scurll told the story, this is just from what I'm reading online. I'm not there. I don't know anything, so this is all speculation and rumors and innuendo. Don't sue me. But according to how it was sold online, is Marty went to a bar, met a girl. The girl happened to be underage, but age of consent in that country, and then things happened, and no harm, no foul. But what wasn't told is the girl he was talking to for months and months and months, and it was a promoter's daughter. So, where do you think they met? So you approached a 16-year-old at a wrestling show and then told her to meet you at a bar.
Stone Cold put his hands on Deborah. True story.
Sure.
Man,
I think if two adults do some things and it leads to whatever it leads to, and people atone for it, fine. But if you talk to children and you're in an entertainment industry, don't come back. See you later.
I can agree with you on that one. Back to me. Back to live action.
Ricochet and Kyle Fletcher are going at it.
That was hot.
I mean, listen, one of the biggest celebrities in the world went to jail for SA, or the R word. And he paid his dues, he changed who he is as a person. He's one of the most revered people on the planet.
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson. Now, if Mike Tyson did that to a 14-year-old, I don't think Mike Tyson should come back. That's just my take, but who am I?
So this next must be, so great. Little
That's good.
springboard, clothesline. He uses a springboard clothesline, half hot, high cross body.
No, see, I saw high cross body, but you called clothesline. I kind of saw the clothesline.
They should never bring wrestling back to this kind of ring. They're terrible. Yeah, drinks champagne, get lit.
I'm gonna be honest. I think
Thomas.
I think Ricochet's putting on a very. I'm not saying this is a negative. I'm just saying I think he's still wrestling a very WWE style. It's flashy.
Samantha Irvin.
Flippy. It's still very. You can tell he's still breaking out of that.
No, I know what you mean, because I was expecting a different Ricochet too. Even though he wrestles really good and smooth in WWE, I feel like he would be like edgier. I don't know the word, but different. Dragon group?
Kylie Ray has said numerous times online that what the rumors are true.
Think he'd be able to do a standing moonsault ever? Never.
Who's the first person you watched do that?
Standing moonsault?
Johnny. He did it during the. That's essentially what got him on Tough Enough. He was able to do a standing moonsault.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so like Johnny Nitro.
Johnny
John
Nitro,
Morrison.
Johnny Mundo, Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Moxley. Yeah, he's
Johnny Dynamite.
I would have known by Johnny Good. You mean for a threat?
You know what's crazy? Remember the rumor I told you way back about two people in AEW that were possibly talking to each other, and they were both in relation. Well, one was in a relationship with a WWE star at the time that now works for AEW. It's starting to hit the internet now.
Say it again. Who's that exactly?
Remember, I told probably 3 years ago. I told you we were all talking to some people at PPW, and they're like, "Yo, did you hear the rumor?" Like the rumor at the time was that Britt and Christian Cage were a thing. And then recently it just hit the news that like they're like, oh yeah, they've been possibly doing like there's the rumor is right now that maybe Britt Baker and Adam Cole have broken up
Yeah.
because she was possibly talking to Christian Cage for about 3 years.
Christian Cage like 60.
Yeah. But that was like a backstage thing that was talked about for a long time.
So I guess Christian really wants to be just like Edge, following his footsteps.
Sometimes the best heels they write themselves, you know.
Can anyone say Lita, Matt Hardy?
Both named Adam.
Yeah, I agree, Steven. I worked one show with that guy, and now once again, all rumored innuendo. There's no truth in any of that. Oh, you did a PPW. The same show. You walk up and shake my hand and go, "I'm good." Like, I'm good.
Shot your show out. Good job. I shot my shot with Paul.
Come on, Ricochet. Come on, Kyle.
A pile driver for like a high flyer guy is like pile driver's back. Back in the old school wrestling days, if you did a pile driver, like you were disqualified. It was like using a chair.
Here's how you drive it once.
Hard to believe, right?
Yeah.
If you got hit with a pile driver in a match and it gave you a 3 count, you were like, I got a pile driver and they went to the hospital. Like they sold that as a guy.
Bro, I broke my collar.
What a match.
trios title. I mean, wow.
You're being greedy, Kat. Well, yeah, is he even in the BCC?
No.
When did that happen?
They needed someone to fill in, and they wanted to send a UK person home with a title, so they put him in for trios then.
If Fox is gonna come back the next show, why didn't you just have him on the start match?
I I can see him doing a situation where he's like, I don't want to be part of the the third member or something else, but or the trios title swap. I honestly think the trios title should go to an actual trio.
Shall not cast girls before swine. Maybe just one.
These guys make it trio.
No
Oh,
one needs.
who is this?
He was around here.
John Moxley with some. Who's this woman?
Number 8.
What's her name? Marina Shafir?
From the back it looks
No.
like it's Marina Shafir, yeah.
Marina Shafir.
Generic speedball Mike Bailey kind of. Marina Shafir is everything Ronda could be with better.
That was so random.
The crowd is terrible.
Okay, here comes Brian Danielson. I don't understand what the heck John Moxley is doing with her. He should people left it.
Remind me when we go off the air. I knew of a story. I just heard of a storyline that should have happened on AEW. Would have been watching it. I'll tell you off air.
Also, why the heck is Brian Danielson talking about retiring after he just won the world championship?
Because it came into the match more speculation because it could be his final countdown. Because if he would have lost that match, he would have retired. It was a career match. If he would have lost that match, his
Yeah,
career
I
was over.
know. But at the press conference, he was like, I think it's time for me to go home.
He's on a farewell. He's on a farewell tour right now. He essentially said he's going to give up at the end. He's done by the end of the year. Full time. Full time. He's done at the end of the year. You know, being not a full time wrestler is not that odd anymore. You know who's not a full time wrestler anymore?
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns. And he still makes.
No, but you know what you're getting with Roman Reigns. Brian Danielson, if you're having your career's on the line either way, if you win the title or not.
I mean, I think you know what you get with that. Danielson too. You're going to get a bigger match every single time.
Roman Reigns has had 5 matches with Triple H.
Checks out. That title does look good on him. After how many years he was in it?
And he said he didn't want it either. He didn't want it. Tony Khan forced it on him.
He's taking that title to Japan when they do their Forbidden Door in Japan.
You deserve it, champ. He does deserve it. He's putting all this young talent over. Time for him to get something here.
Would have loved to get him versus Shawn Michaels in their primes.
Danielson versus Shawn.
Yeah.
And this was his biggest moment of his career. Or win, or something like that.
Terrible pop.
Who's coming out?
You know when he won the World Championship in WWE, what happened for almost a year and a half to 2 years before he won the World Championship? He
Vince
lost
is trying to
every
fire.
match.
Vince is trying to fire him too.
He lost, and then when he finally started winning, he became the Universal Champion, and he made it the Hammer title. He got rid of all the leather, but leading up to that, he lost everything. He was losing all the time.
And when I got to the back, my daughter said, Daddy,
Your daughter said a lot to you.
this was the best day of my life.
Birdie having her Noel and Foley moment.
And it played a big role. But, you know, I knew it even before she said that. I knew it when I got to the bat
Did you know it?
and I saw my peers
Oh, that's what he said.
congratulating me.
Wow.
And I knew it.
What?
That's the
The
favorite.
daughter or the winning the title?
I guess because his kid was there, that's why you were part of it.
I mean, Wembley Stadium is a iconic venue. Like that's a big deal to live in.
That is. What's up, Clay? How you doing?
And this is not to crap on WWE, but like WWE had to be forced kicking and screaming to put a world championship on him the first time. So it really didn't it probably didn't mean the same to him when he won WWE because essentially the boys had to stand up and say, if you don't give it to him, the writers literally told Vince, if you don't give him that title, you're crazy and we will stop working for you. And Vince kicking and screaming put the world title on Daniel.
Yeah, Brian
Wow.
Danielson's out talking now.
Contract.
My contract with AEW expired on August 1st.
Neck surgery. What?
I'm going to be needing neck surgery sooner rather than later.
Ryan, don't you play with us.
What?
And my family's ready for me to come home. So I've had a lot of thinking to do since Sunday. And when I first got to AEW, one of the first things I said was thank you to the people who started this place. Because if you're here in the building,
Oh, he's not walking out the door before he wrestles Nigel and Christian. It's just not and Will Ospreay. It's not happening.
Osprey will resign him.
I have loved professional wrestling.
He will. Eddie's leaning into his neck is 100%, so he'll get through a couple people with his neck not 100%, and he'll get through Will Ospreay, and then he'll Tiger Driver him, and he'll sell the neck of the Tiger Driver and say this is it. That's exactly how this works. Long-term storytelling in a company
So
that
when I
doesn't tell a
think of
story.
all the things that the people who started AEW did, and then when I got to the back and I looked at all my peers that are wrestling for AEW now, and then when I think of all the people who are going to wrestle in AEW in the future, I
Someone in the crowd says, what? Not yet.
But not yet.
I think he has like 4 or 5 more matches in him.
He said he won't retire with the championship.
I am going to fight for this championship as much as I possibly can. And granted, don't get this twisted. As soon as I lose this, my full-time career is over. But that's not going to be
Yeah, who's the next head you're gonna kick it?
a lot of heads to kick in. So in 2 weeks,
You know who would be a cool match for him before he calls it? Him and Adam Copeland. Like 2 people who had their careers cut short and came to this promotion to get it. Him and Adam Copeland would be a cool matchup.
World Championship.
Open challenge.
So anybody who wants a
It's an
shot,
edge.
come get it. First come, first serve. Because Brian Danielson is here to be the best AEW World Champion of all time.
That's Perry.
Jack Perry.
But I know why. Let me connect the dots. Nobody wanted me back here. Nobody believed in me. Even you. You could have. So I had to go and create my own future. The future that I knew I could have since the very beginning. I started the day I got back. I punched Tony Khan. I destroyed Kenny Omega. I won the TNT title. I buried Darby Allin in Wembley Stadium. Let's not forget, Brian, the only time you and I
This is not crazy to say.
Perry's good in the ring. I like Jack Perry as a talent a lot.
Was that pre-recorded? Is that Jack Perry beating him up right now?
He recorded it.
You definitely bamboozled me, Jack. I'll give you that. I don't want to see this though.
You gotta see it. I mean, I'm not.
This is so underwhelming.
I disagree. I like Jack Perry in the ring. Like, I think this is Jack Perry's a good person to go out there and take a loss.
The thing for me that's making me a little standoffish to this is his pin. I don't like Jeff Jarrett removing the world title. Heck,
Challenge.
greedy. I was expecting like, if, I mean, I know Danielson's gonna have a bunch of matches, and a bunch of people are gonna have chances, but I feel like Jack Perry could have been like the second or third match. First match should have been for the thing.
It's so bad. See, Brian Daniels can't redo first title. He had a knockdown drag out story. Chris was the first title defense against Jack Perry. We see he's coming back in that locker room deserves a shot. Tell me that Christian came out. Tell me what he got
Really? 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 Jungle Boy? Jungle Boy gets a shot at All Out against Brian Danielson? Really? Okay. Okay. Well, we know Brian Danielson to first title defense will be against Jack Perry. We know that um, Danny Garcia and and MJF will fight is gonna fight each other. Uh, we know that John Moxley said this is not your company. Warning, this is not your company anymore. So is Shane McMahon on his way to AEW All Out? So Jack Perry versus Daniel Bryan. And then Mercedes gonna defend her CML title at all out. Then we have Pac versus Willow, not Willow. What's that girl? What's that guy's name? Against Will Ospreay. Wow. That's all I can say. Sorry, y'all. Y'all saw my arm. Sorry. That's crazy. I give AEW about a 7 tonight. Only thing, yeah, I give it a 7. Bye for now.